The late afternoon sun smoldered over the abandoned parking lot, casting long, broken shadows across the ground, as if the earth itself were holding its breath. In the center of that silent space knelt a little girl, her pink dress torn at the seams, her dusty knees shaking against the hot asphalt. Her face was streaked with dirt and dried tears, but her eyes, hollow, resigned, far too old for her age, stared blankly ahead. She had run out of strength to cry. She had run out of hope that anyone would stop the pain. Behind her, the sharp crack of leather whipped through the air, the belt cutting a cruel arc toward her small shoulders. But before it could strike, engines growled, deep, thunderous and close. Motorcycles rolled in like a storm, and then a single, gravel-rough voice broke the world open with a warning so fierce that even the wind seemed to freeze. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in protecting the innocent, please like, comment, share and subscribe. It truly supports the channel and helps us spread more meaningful stories. Her name was Lily, barely 8 years old, though the way she curled inward made her seem much older, as if the weight of the world pressed on her small spine. After her mother passed away, her father had remarried quickly, hoping to mend the shattered pieces of his life, but in patching his own heart, he had unknowingly placed his daughter in the path of a storm. The new wife wore kindness like a mask, one she removed the moment Lily's father left for work each morning. Lily became invisible, a ghost wandering her own home, too afraid to breathe too loudly. She swept floors, scrubbed dishes, folded laundry far too heavy for her little arms. And when tiny mistakes happened, as they inevitably do, she paid for them with fear, harsh words, and sometimes the belt. That afternoon had been the worst yet. Lily had accidentally knocked over a basket of laundry while trying to carry it down the stairs. Clothes scattered, and the stepmother's rage had ignited instantly. She dragged Lily outside, fury burning through her, determined to teach her a lesson where no neighbor would hear. But fate had other plans. The distant rumble of motorcycles grew louder, approaching like a warning tide. A group of bikers rolled into the parking lot, the kind of men most people would avoid, leather-clad, broad-shouldered, covered in tattoos, radiating an energy that made the air thicken. Their arrival was no coincidence. They were part of a charity ride, stopping by the neighborhood to drop off donations at a local shelter. None of them expected to find a child being punished in the open heat. Their leader, a tall man with a fierce beard and fearless presence, was the one who spoke first. There was no hesitation, no confusion. He understood instantly. The way Lily knelt, small, trembling, defeated, told a story no words needed to explain. The biker stepped forward, his boots scraping against the asphalt with deliberate, dangerous certainty. The stepmother froze mid-swing, the belt still clutched in her hand. For the first time, Lily dared to look up, and what she saw wasn't anger directed at her, it was anger for her. A stranger, bigger than anyone she'd ever seen, stood like a wall between her and the cruelty she thought she had no escape from. The bikers didn't yell. They didn't threaten. Their silence alone was enough to make the stepmother lower the belt. Her confidence shrank as quickly as it had flared. She muttered excuses, shifting blame, claiming discipline, insisting misunderstandings. But the bikers read the truth in Lily's shaking shoulders, in her bruised legs, in the way she flinched, even when no one touched her. It didn't take long for the truth to emerge fully. One of the bikers gently wrapped his jacket around Lily, shielding her from the sun. Another handed her a bottle of water, and she held it with both hands, as if afraid it would be taken away. Her heartbeat rattled. Her ribs, but for the first time in countless months, she didn't feel alone. The authorities were called. Lily's father, when reached, sounded shattered, caught between disbelief and horror. He rushed to the scene, arriving breathless and pale, when he saw his daughter wrapped in the biker's jacket, her head resting against the man's arm as if she finally felt safe. Something in him broke. He hadn't known. He should have known. The guilt nearly swallowed him whole. The stepmother's lies unraveled quickly, and she was taken away as Lily clung to her father's trembling hand. From that day on, things began to change. Slowly, carefully, like dawn melting frost, Lily's father rebuilt their home with tenderness instead of noise. The bikers visited often, bringing toys, books, and the kind of laughter Lily had forgotten existed. She smiled more, first in tiny flickers, then in full, bright bursts that lit up the room. The biker who had stepped forward that day became something like an uncle to her, a protector she knew she could trust. He taught her little things: how to fix a loose bicycle chain, how to stand tall even when scared, how to believe she deserved better. And Lily, blossoming under genuine care, began to reclaim her childhood. Months passed, and the world she once feared became a place where she was loved, valued, and safe. The crack of a belt no longer lived in her nightmares. Instead, she dreamed of open roads, sunlight, and the roaring motorcycles of the men who had shown her what strength with compassion truly looked like. Her father, too, grew into the role he should have always had: present, gentle, endlessly thankful that fate had intervened. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more real, emotional stories that remind us of the strength found in kindness. And before we end, please comment below. Every child deserves protection and love. Thank you for watching, and may compassion always guide your path.